Introducing your three judges scoring this contest from ringside, all from Monaco. Alexander Lane, Stefan Nicolo, and Oriel Peña. Your timekeeper from Monaco is Albert Pouance, and at the sound of the bell, your third man in the ring, also from Monaco, Stefan Nicolo. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 8 rounds of boxing scheduled in the welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears black with the white stripe. He weighed in at 66.2 kilos. His professional record, 16 wins against 2 defeats. He has 2 draws and 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Managua, Nicaragua, damas y caballeros, presentamos Marcos Mojica. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears black with the gold trim. He's scaled at already 67 kilos. His professional record, a perfect one. 4 fights, 4 victories, 2 of them coming by way of knockout. He is the 2016 Olympic gold medalist, originally from Kazakhstan, and now living and fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Danияр Kazakh Thunder Елеусинов.
Be careful for your head, no low blow, no rapid punch, no holding, check your hand, make a good fight.
So our first 8 rounder for Danияр Елеусинov. Last time we saw him was in Boston back in October. Became the first person to stop a fighter called Matt Doherty, stopping him on his feet in the first round with a barrage to the body, then going upstairs to the head. Doherty didn't like the stoppage at all, but although he didn't seem badly hurt, he was being landed on unanswered really, and the referee felt that he had no choice but to jump in. And as he was making his way to the ring there, Matt, I'm not trying to dismiss his amateur achievements, of course, because they mean something, they happen, they're real, but at the same time there comes a point where you do have to stop talking about that and just comment on what you see him doing right in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, he's 27 years old, you know, fantastic amateur career, won everything, but that's over now. You know, he's a professional boxer, and we're assessing his performances on his ability to where we see him going in his professional career. And, you know, it's not a given because you're a good amateur that you're going to go on and become a top-class world-level professional. That's not a given. You know, the pedigree's there for a reason. Usually, if you're a very good amateur, you're going to be a good professional. But sometimes you get these gifted amateurs, like Елеусинов, who's obviously gifted. He's won everything, and you can see what he's got. He's a great judge of distance, he's got good timing, but from what I've seen of him in his few fights that he's had as a professional, he hasn't impressed me. He's not someone that I look and I think he's going to go far. He lacks power, he lacks aggression, spite to his work. He just, you know, very well schooled, very good composure, but just lacks that bit of, I don't know, is it a bit of nastiness, that bit of power, a bit of spite. He just seems, you can see him outpointing people, but I think when he goes in there against guys who are physically strong, who are tough, who are happy to take a shot, to land one, to just keep forcing the pace on him. I wonder, is he going to have that power to keep them up? I don't think so from what I've seen so far.
Well, it's early days still, of course, and he's got John David Jackson in his corner. Those two have been working together for a little while now. He's got a growing, good stable of fighters. Jackson there in Florida. Елеусинов just trying to find a home for that left hand. Mojica looks a little bit clumsy as he comes forward every now and again. That left hand was a bit low, I think, and the Nicaraguan complains. Referee motions to Елеусинов to keep those punches up. Fire out the jab, Елеусинов just waiting.
Boxing on Sky Sports, sponsored by Voltarol, the joy of movement.
Excellent technical ability, he's great judge of distance, very good timing, he's good accuracy, very conservative, picks his punches well, but he definitely lacks power.
So bell goes for the start of the second. Yelusinov in the black and gold, Mahika in the black and white.
Yeah. I don't want to hop on too much about his lack of power. Okay, he lacks power, but he's got, you know, great skills. He's got good technical ability. He's good judge of distance. You know, power is not the be-all and end-all, but you just wonder as he moves through the ranks when he's in, you know, 50-50 fights where guys are really piling the pressure on. It's strong, tough, rough-house guys. You know, how he's going to cope with that kind of pressure, because he doesn't seem to have the power where he's going to be able to get their respect and, you know, put them in their place and keep them there. You know, they're going to keep coming at him. And does he have the, what's his composure like when he's under that kind of pressure?
Well, Mahika managed to forget to put his gum shield in before the start of the second round, or rather his trainer managed to forget to put it in for him, so that was the reason for that brief halt there, just indicating to the ref that it wasn't in there, so he had to make sure that he remedied that. And Yelusinov just inching forward with that front foot, looking to throw that jab. He fights very side on, low lead hand.
Yeah, and I mean, the other thing, Andy, which I think is worth mentioning, if it seems like we're being critical, we're being critical because of their, good left hand.
Good left hand on the way in there. Mahika just knocked onto his right hand side, goes back to a knee, and I think he's a little bit disorientated in there as he dips away to his left hand side. Yelusinov just adjusted those feet in the flash of an eye and caught him on the way past. And that left hand just put him down and looking for the left up the middle, and now he's trying to get to work here. The Kazakh Mahika with a big right hand, and he was very close to walking onto another one there.
Yeah, this is better work from Yelusinov. Good accurate shots from him. I was saying, Andy, you know, they were critical because of our expectations of Yelusinov. He's an Olympic gold medalist. He's 250 odd or 240 odd amateur fights with only 7 losses. So your expectations are very high. We're looking at someone that we expect to go all the way and become world champion, and, you know, relatively quickly, because he is 27 years old. If this was a 21-year-old who we, you know, didn't know much about amateur pedigree, we'd say, God, this is a good fighter. He's got good skill, great left hand down the middle there. You know, would really be kind of admiring his skills and his ability, but because of what he has achieved and because he is 27 years old, then our expectations are very high indeed, and because of that, we're probably a little bit critical.
Left hand to the body there from Yelusinov, just takes a fractional step back, found a touch of space for another uppercut. He landed a good long left hand about 30 seconds before that as well, and he's finding the variety working Mahika over here. As soon as he throws that right hand, he answered with the left, and I'm not sure if Mahika's long for this fight, to be honest. I think the knockdown took something out of him. Those legs don't look all that solid. They look slightly shaky after that good 1-2 in the first round, and the Kazakh Thunder is rolling into town here. He's really getting to work on Mahika, and this is going to be painful for him from now on.
I think if he turns the screw here, Andy, he can get the stoppage.
Big left hand again towards the end of the round, and he goes down to a knee, onto both knees in the end. He knew that the follow-up there could be the end for him. He's back to his feet, and it's the end of the round, so he's made it, and he goes back to his corner away to our right-hand side. But I think that corner man would do well to have a long look at him and ask him for a very honest answer to a question of, do you want any more of this? There was a shake of the head there.
I was going to say, Andy, I don't think he does. I think Yelusinov knocked the fight out of Mahika in that round. I think if there was a minute left or 30 seconds even in that round, I don't think he would have seen it through. I think the fight would have been stopped. Yelusinov, I think, expect Yelusinov to come out here now and really turn the screw and pile the pressure on, because Mahika looks like he doesn't want to be there.
Well, there's a knockdown at the end of the round. He caught him, and he saw Yelusinov advancing, and he decided to go down tactically. It was a good decision. We're looking at him really closely in the corner here, and his body language, his demeanour, his facial expression is poor. He's going to push him out there for one more, but I think the first time he gets hit with anything serious here, he's going to go down, and he's probably either going to stay down, the referee's going to wave it off, or he's going to do that fractional misjudgment when he rises.
I'd be amazed if he makes it through this round. Just looking at his body language here, he does not want to come out for this round.
So bell goes for the start of the round, and Yelusinov, he won't rush this, he won't be over eager. He's very, very experienced, and again they've forgotten to put the gum shield in between rounds. It's a bit amateurish, to be honest, the work going on in the corner away to our right-hand side. You forget that once, but not twice. And that seemed to be a long minute between rounds as well, and he's had every chance there. We made that 1 minute 20 seconds that he had on his stall there, Mahika. I don't think it's going to make any difference at all. It's not going to go down as one of the great scandals in boxing history, but it did give him a little bit more time to try and get himself together. Yelusinov landing that long backhand, and again here,
I mean, there's such a gap in technical, but a good body shot there.
and down he goes again, and the referee starts to count. He gets onto a knee, he looks at his corner,
He doesn't want to know, Andy. He
gets
wants
back
the
to his
stop.
feet, and the referee wants some signal here that he really wants to keep going, and I don't think he does. Is he trying to pull himself out here? He touches gloves there with Yelusinov, who is standing straight in front of him as the referee orders him to box on. The left hand's coming, and he goes to the body again, and I think the referee should be reading some signals here maybe, and the next time that Yelusinov really steps on him, just put this one to bed, because...
Yeah, Mahika wants out here. He doesn't want to fight anymore. The ref... Oh, good shot, good shot, good shot.
Good uppercut, and the referee's done exactly what we wanted him to do.